All right, everybody. Good Tuesday morning. We're turning the page on that Niners loss and moving on to probably another loss, but we're moving on. And while we're here, while we're in the process of moving on, let's take a look at how the young players did on Sunday for the Seahawks. There are definitely some things to be excited about, even with how bad this season is going. I just wonder how much those things are going to matter in the big picture. But right now, this is the most important thing. The team is not good now, so we just have to hope they're good later. And they're going to be good later because these guys are going to be the driving force behind it. So we need them to be good. All right, so we're going to start with running backs. Both guys played, which was nice. Both guys made their positive contributions, actually. Walker had a really nice play on a screen pass where he made a lot of guys miss, reversed field, and actually got like 20 yards out of it. Charbonnet had a couple really nice runs early in that game as well. Other than that, though, there wasn't much, and both guys had their PFF grade fall a little bit. However, as you can see, if things continue to go the way that they're going, Walker is probably going to get to 1,000 yards on the season, which I know doesn't seem exciting, and really it's not that exciting. But I mean, we're trying to find positives here, and Walker did miss some time with an injury. Walker has had some issues this year just getting the ball. He's working behind a really bad interior offensive line, so the fact that he's able to grind out what he's grinding out is commendable. And Charbonnet, I mean, if he keeps this up, he's probably going to get up to about 700, 750 yards from scrimmage on relatively good efficiency. So, hey, this is at least something to try to be happy about. JSN did not have a very good day against the Niners. I think he had 4 catches for, let me check the yardage here. Oh, shoot, sorry. We are zoomed in just a little too much there. There we go. Yeah, 25 yards. He had, I think, 1 drop. He ran the wrong route at least once. Not a good game. His PFF grade did drop just a little bit, 62.4. Overall, he's headed in the right direction, but that was not a good game for JSN. At this point, though, I do think we need to give him as much playing time as possible because next year, I don't think we're going to be having all these tight ends, so we're going to have to lean on JSN even more. You might even see us run 3 receiver sets with the frequency that a team like the Rams does. Maybe not that high, but close. So the more experience you can build now, the better. Derek Young had 1 snap on offense, and he's played so little this year that 1 snap actually brought his PFF grade up almost 13 points to 70.6. So I don't know what he did on that play, but it must have been really good. And Jake Bobo played a little bit. Didn't really do anything to affect his grade. He didn't touch the ball. He did a little bit of blocking. PFF grade holds still at 73.6, more or less. I think it dropped a tiny bit, but not significantly. And that's about it for the skill position players on offense. Let's go to the offensive line now, where there's some good news and some bad news. Charles Cross played a solid game at the left tackle spot. He allowed 4 pressures, but I don't think he allowed any sacks, no penalties. Both of his grades went up a little bit. So Charles Cross has played 2 games against that San Fran front now, and in both games I thought he played well. So Charles Cross is very close to being all the way back. And at this point, even though this season is somewhat of a sunk cost for him because he did get hurt, he did miss a month and then come back and clearly not be himself and clearly was not himself yet. He has shown enough in the time he has played this year to indicate to me that he's made strides and that he's on his way to being a franchise left tackle. So I'm excited for that. That's a big deal. Now, Lucas did not play so well. His grades fell significantly. He's now kind of graded down to where Jake Curhan was, more or less. Now, I'm not putting that on Lucas. I think that this year is just going to be a lost season for Abe Lucas because he missed so much time, and it is what it is. The best thing we can do now is get him some reps at the end of the year, and then next year hope he plays the whole season and hope he gets something out of the reps and can be better next year. But I'm not putting this on him. He's missed way too much time to be an impact player in 2023. But his grade fell significantly overall and run block. Both are bad, and he allowed 5 pressures. Excuse me. So, yeah, it's just, I'm not really going to judge him, but it's not going terribly well so far. He had a really bad game against the Niners. Anthony Bradford also Again, I'm not here to grill him. He gave up, I think, 4 pressures in this game. He had a penalty. His run block grade and PFF overall grade both fell a little bit. Not terribly so. And again, Bradford shouldn't even be out there right now. That guy is so raw. He has no business playing in the NFL. So the fact that he's okay, like, or average, or whatever you want to call a 55.3, whatever you want to call it, is commendable. So I'm not grilling Bradford, but he did not play particularly well. And while I am excited for the future with Anthony Bradford, the present is just kind of okay, and I got no problem with that. Okay is better than Phil Haynes. All right, so now we're moving over to the defense here. Nothing really from Cam Young or well, of course not Mike Morris, but Cam Young played a few snaps. His PFF grade fell a little bit. He put up no stats, not meaningful in any way. I believe Cam Young played 4 snaps, so there's nothing to learn there. He's just kind of occasionally getting rotated in for mostly meaningless snaps, and that's about it. Um, Edge rusher Boye Mafe was quiet. No QB hits, no sacks, no. I don't know if he had any pressures yet or not. I know he did pick up a few tackles. I think it was like let me check the edit history. Yeah, 3. PFF grade fell a little bit to 73. He's still playing well overall this year, but I do think he's run out of gas a little bit, and I can't really blame him with all the stuff we put on him with Nwosu out. But Mafe is hitting a little bit of a wall, and I'm very excited to see what he can do next year with another year of experience under his belt because he is definitely building in the right direction. Derek Hall, on the other hand, I don't think he had no tackles in that game, no stats of any kind. PFF grade fell sharply down to 42.7. PFF is under the impression that he defends the run like a toddler, which I don't know how he could possibly be that bad against the run, but they believe that he is. Like it is downright insulting how bad PFF hates on Derek Hall, and I don't deny that he's not playing well. He's definitely not, but at the same time, I wonder if he would benefit from just being tossed into the fire a little bit. I don't know. It depends on from player to player. But yeah, Derek Hall not really making any kind of an impact, not even really being efficient on the snaps he gets. And it's disappointing because we needed it after Nwosu got hurt. Cornerback, Woolen, not a very good game. A lot of tackling issues. He did pick up a few tackles in this game, but PFF grade fell a little bit again because he just leaves too much out on the field in terms of run defense and tackling. And he didn't make anything spectacular happen in coverage. He recovered a fumble, right? He recovered a fumble, and I mean, Johnny on the spot more than anything, right? I don't know how much excitement we can get out of that. Witherspoon in 7 snaps picked up another pass deflection. So Witherspoon, okay. I'm definitely not hating on him. He in very limited action boosted his grade by almost a point and picked up another pass deflection, which is big. Get well soon, Witherspoon. Supposedly going to be okay. Kobe Bryant picked up a couple tackles. I think one of them was on special teams, but regardless, he is playing a little bit. Not really playing particularly well, but again, we need to find out what we can do with Kobe Bryant because there is something there. We just need to find a way to channel it. And that's it. The Jarek Reed obviously didn't play because he's hurt. That's your Youth Watch Tuesday. There's still good stuff here. Not denying it for 1 second. There's still some exciting stuff here. We just have to ask ourselves, what is it going to matter if we can't build a robust foundation around this young talent? See you guys later. Go Hawks.